We've been in publishing and direct mail and commercial for many years and have significant number of presses in those segments. And packaging, as far as inkjet packaging, is a little bit newer. And so we see very fast growth in that segment. It is something that is very exciting as we look out into the future because of the speed, the quality, and really the volume of packaging is substantial. And inkjet allows us to address that segment quite well. But across the HP portfolio, with our liquid electrophotography technology and our inkjet technology, labels and packaging is a tremendous growth opportunity within HP.
It's a demanding application space, right? With demands on print quality, with demands on media breadth, with demands on durability. But at least 3 of our customers have more than one T-Series packaging press.
Sounds like a good evidence, right?
That's a good indication that we have brought something to the market that enables our customers to be successful.
This T700 is for the litho lam market. So if you're a integrated or larger independent, typically that has a single face laminator, this machine fits quite well in that kind of application.
But we've seen technology like machines of the T700 scale really address the specific manufacturing within a plant. In each environment, in each geography, we can look at their machine performance across the plant. What tools do they have? What assets mix do they have? When we look at that, digital allows them to produce more efficiently, and that's very important. The efficiency that you can gain from an investment in digital is something that you don't want to just look at the press. You want to look at the manufacturing flow of materials from raw materials through product out the door. By changing where we print in the plant, we free up capacity so we can centralize it digitally and we can die cut and convert more efficiently. And that is always the constraint in a box plant. And so by freeing up that capacity, we can look at the growth opportunity within the existing asset mix in the plant. And that's very important.
You know, laminators are, and some of the large, smaller corrugators out there are the central point of a packaging facility. And everything in that facility kind of revolves around the uptime and the volume you can put through those single face machines. And so getting a laminator from, a sheet fed litho press that has to run at, around that 300 feet a minute, 400, maybe 500 feet a minute. When you get a roll feed on your laminator, you can typically increase the speed of your laminating process. So you could actually increase capacity of your existing equipment if you have the ability to add roll fed, or if you already have roll fed capabilities. With this high speed, up to 1,000 feet per minute or 300 meters per minute, we can increase the overall facility through the entire process. Yeah, and the jobs that you guys saw running today in this run here, I've done some pretty in-depth calculations on it, and so I found that around the 30,000 sheets is the crossover point. So when running work through this machine, if a job is under 30,000 sheets, in most cases is more cost effective on the digital side, and then over that is on the litho. But when you think of your work mix and you have multiple SKUs, say you have one customer and they have different artwork and graphics, and so you say you have 100,000 sheets to print, but really you have 10,000 of this specific SKU, 10,000, 20,000, so forth of each SKU. On the digital side, we can print one after another, right? That's the the print on demand benefit. So we can make that all those short run SKU, you can run it all in one run length and turn your short runs into very long runs on digital, which is kind of different when you think of digital. You're not thinking of long run, but because we have the advantage of printing any graphic we want at any moment, that gives us the ability to make these shorter runs much longer.
We have to think completely differently about that. So in packaging with supply chains, we're talking very, very large volumes. And these are repeat orders that brands are placing with packaging manufacturers. And the mentality in supply chains is to order to some sort of forecast. And what we've seen is that forecasts are more unreliable. People need to respond to demand in a very different way. We have the fortunate opportunity that systems, whether that's software systems, ERP systems, are becoming more interconnected. And so we can respond to that demand much faster, and digital allows us to meet that changing requirement.
We have a lot of background software that integrates with facilities. So we have something called One Package that does communicate with the MIS ERP systems and facilities. So the machine kind of will then blend into the rest of the manufacturing process, so that we're communicating what gets printed, for example, like on a corrugator roll planning. If you have those capabilities today, we already have systems that can feed data to the corrugator, so that when it gets to the corrugator, you know where everything is on that roll. So it's just a newer technology, but it fits right into your current manufacturing process.
This is the 5th generation of thermal inkjet printhead. Yep. And what the 5th generation brings is full system recirculation. So the ink is always flowing from the ink delivery system through filters, through degasses, into the printhead, and through every single nozzle. So that flow helps us with nozzle health, it helps us with startup, it helps us with drying out, and it brings better print quality through improved uniformity across the width of the printhead. It has brought improved life, fewer interventions, and improved print quality. So it's not obvious that the ink is recirculating as we're standing here, right? But that flow is obvious in the operation of the press and in the quality that we get out the other end. This is the same form factor that's in all of our products. What's new is the silicon in the printing, on the printhead, right? To enable us to get the flow through the firing chamber. We still have the 2400 nozzles per inch, right? We still have the 5 die that all of our modules have. We've just brought new technology into the silicon. We have over 400 presses in the market now, all leveraging this same fundamental technology.
And you said, with the 5th generation, that's even on the 11th series, so it's not even new, it's proven technology.
Proven technologies. 5 presses installed worldwide on the T1100 with this technology, and then the T7 will bring it next. Koenig Bauer brings all their expertise in paper handling, right? We're talking about 1.7 meter wide width. We're gonna go 1,000 feet per minute, which is 300 meters a minute. So at that size and at that speed, you really do need someone with expertise like Koenig Bauer.
And you forgot one thing, it's a water-based printing engine,
It is,
right?
It's water-based thermal inkjet, which is what HP brings to the table, right? Our job is to get the dots onto the page, and Koenig & Bauer's job is to get the page there for it. So this collaboration has been 11 years in the making, and we think we've brought a really strong product to the market.
Some of those early 2008 presses on the commercial side are still in the market and being used. They have gotten upgrades since then to the latest technology. So we always look back and make sure that the ones that we've sold in the past can then be upgraded to the future. So we don't see it going anywhere, and we'll have some exciting things coming out in the future.